Hey, what's up, guys? Gonna make this quick video about the real definition of wealth, right? What is wealth? What does that mean to us? We have to, when we come to terms with money, we have to have the right mindset around money, you know, the right mindset. And we can't be living paycheck to paycheck. We have to learn how to save, how to invest. All that comes into play, with wealth. It's not about just being rich, it's about learning how to manage your money, right? So that's what we're talking about today, the definition of wealth and the mindset around it. Okay, let's get into it. So here's something that we need to escape, which is the expensive illusion, right? The flex trap. What is that? Flexing. That's when people always want to have the newest car, the newest iPhone, the newest watch, or whatever it may be, the expensive watch, big collection of watches. Maybe that's okay, right? But as long as your finances are in order. And what does that mean? That you're in control of managing your money well, that you have good savings, good investments, and those luxury items just take up a small portion of your overall um, you know expenses. Maybe that's okay, but if you're spending a bunch of money on these luxury items and you really can't afford them, you really don't have any business buying them to begin with. So that's sort of the flex trap, always wanting to look flashy when you really need to be taking care of business and building that foundation of of your economic situation. So how do you actually build wealth? How do you actually build wealth? We need a plan. We need a plan. And number one is going to be your cash flow, right? So it doesn't matter how much money you make, it's about knowing where your money's going, right? So track your expenses for a couple of months and see where your money's going. And if you find yourself living paycheck to paycheck, analyze those couple of months and be like, where am I spending money where I could cut down? And you're going to find some things in there that's like, okay, I could stop buying this or unsubscribe from that and find some money there, right? Number two, emergency fund, right? This is so important to have an emergency fund. And I would recommend you put that in a high yield savings account. Start to build a 3 to 6 month cushion because you never know. This is life, it's unpredictable, and it's so important to have some emergency money. And number three, invest consistently. Once you have number one and number two in control and discipline, number three, that's your gonna be your next priority. Start investing. You know, I invest in index funds and I stay consistent with it, and that's my strategy. So that's a lot of similar strategy I teach my clients. So wealth is a choice. It's not about, like I said in the beginning, it's not about getting rich, but wealth is going to be having the right mindset. You know, how do I spend my time? Who am I spending my time with? What are my priorities? All those things play a part in your life regarding wealth and money, right? So think about this definition of wealth and what it means to you, and what changes do we need to make sure we're on the right path. So that's the game plan. You can start today. So not with the fancy sports car, but with the plan. You know. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.